Hello everyone. Good evening. Good evening all. We'll wait for 2 more minutes so that everyone will get joined, okay? Okay, let's start our today's session then. If anyone having any doubt, anything, do please let me know in the chat. Just ping me. I'll get back to you regarding that, okay? Everyone able to see my screen? Please respond me in chat whether you are able to see my screen or not. Yes, thank you, Shita. Thanks for confirming me. So first 5 sessions will be the free demo session classes. After that, from the 6th day, only the paid students will get the link. Okay, just it's a gentle reminder that 5 sessions will be the free sessions. After that, only paid students will get the link. Okay. Please everyone join in this WhatsApp group so that you'll get the updates on the session and everything. These are the some social media links for Logic Labs. And today is the second day of the demo session. Okay. Now, the agenda. What topics we are going to cover today are, today we are going to discuss about, yesterday we have discussed what is Java, where we are using this Java, a small program, concepts of tools, how we are going to compile and run the program, advantages and disadvantages, and features of Java. All those topics we have discussed yesterday, right? And this one guy, I don't know what's his name, but he asked about to discuss about the method overloading and overriding again. I think Ryan Khan, you have asked me that. I'll explain you today about that once again. Okay. First, let me complete all this. Okay. Or else in the middle of the session, I'll take some break and then we'll discuss about that topic. Okay. Now, today we are going to discuss about why Java means why only we are using this. What's the main advantage of using this? And what's the differences between this Java and other programming languages like C and C++? And what's the history of Java? Means like who has invented, why invented, what's the reason behind this, and everything we are going to discuss. And the Java futures and the Java programming format means how the program we should write, the format, every programming language will have its own format to design any code. The same way here, Java is also having its own programming format. We'll discuss that. And then the Java statements. In any code, we have to write some statements. What are the Java statements available? That we are going to discuss. And then Java data types. Data types are used to store the any variable values. So what are the data types available? What's the Java data type? What are the types available? What's the storage of those type data types? Everything we're going to discuss. Okay. Now, the first thing we are going to discuss here is why Java means what? Why we are going to use this Java only and why it is highly demandable. If it is highly demandable means what the meaning here, everyone is using that. Why they are using this? Because of its future, right? Java is mostly popularity is the cross-platform compatibility and built-in security. Why everyone is preferring this Java means the cross-platform compatible. I told you right yesterday, if we executed the Java program in Windows system, it will generate the .class file. And if we transfer the .class file from one system to another system of the OS will be the Linux in that another system, then even though we can able to execute that .class file, mean the cross platform, the platform means the OS of one system is different from another system. Even though we are able to run that Java code, that is one highly recommended reason why we can say that Java is highly popular and why everyone is using that. And it is having some built-in security features. The built-in security features, I told you, right? The enterprise applications like the business and banking application is using this Java means definitely it should be highly secure. So the built-in feature of this Java is highly secured. So that is the reason it is very populated. Okay. And the Java programs can run on any machine with a JRE installed. I told you, right, we can transfer the .class file and we can able to run on the another system. That another system should have the JRE. If the JRE exists in that system, then we can able to run the Java program. Okay. And that programs operate on various computers. And Java is used by many banking sector, manufacturers, insurance organizations, utilities, and retailers. These many sectors are using this Java. Means that is it is like a day-to-day activity. The day-to-day activities in our life, what we are using, in all those, we are using these all things. So these all sectors are using this Java to develop their application. It is the reason why the major industries ruled by Java. The major industries are ruled by this Java because of these features. Now you're able to know, right, why Java? Because of these main features, it is highly demandable. Okay. Now, what's the differences between this Java and other programming language like C and C++? See here one pictorial representation here it is there. By this you can able to know some idea. We'll see here. C is having these many features and C++ is having these many features. Now let's see this Java. Java is a combination of C, C++ and its own features. Okay. C, Java has been developed with the help of this C and C++ features. Along with that, it has some extended features. Okay. Now, the metrics. What are the metrics you can able to distinguish between these three programming languages? Okay. The first one here is the programming paradigm, means how the programming we are able to design with these languages. Okay. The first one is C. C is a procedural language, means there are no objects in C. Okay, it is completely based on the procedures. And C++ is an object-oriented programming language. C++ is an object-oriented programming language. But Java is a purely object-oriented programming language when compared to this C++. C++ is having only some features of this OOPS, but Java is having all the features of this OOPS concept. Okay, and next, the origin means based on which language these languages has been developed. C has been developed based on assembly language. C has been developed based on assembly language. C++ has been developed based on C language. C++ has been developed based on the C language. When it comes to this Java, it is developed based on the C and C++. And who developed this languages? First, C language has been developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1972. Okay. And this C++, Johnny Starship in 1979. And this Java has been developed by James Gosling in 1991. Okay, I already told you, right? He is the team lead of Sun Microsystem. Okay. Now, what are the translators its languages are using? C is using the compiler only. It uses the compiler to compile the code. Okay. And to execute the code also. C++ also uses the compiler only. But when it comes to this Java, it is an interpreted language. So it uses both the compiler and interpreter to execute the code. Okay. Platform dependency. Platform dependency means, like I told you, right? We can able to move the code of Java, means the raw class file can be moved from one type of system to another type. So that is supported in only Java. It is platform independent. So independent means what? Individually it can able to do any activity, it can able to run. So it is not like stick to any one platform. If means like the program executed in Windows and a .class file generated in Windows, then there is no constraint that again it should execute only on Windows. It can execute on Linux also. But this C and C++ are platform dependent. When we execute the C and C++ code in Windows system, then again we have to run that on the Windows system only. Otherwise, it won't run. Okay. Code execution is done directly in C and C++, but in Java, it is executed by Java virtual machine because JVM will be there in the Java. So the code execution will be done by this JVM, Java virtual machine. The approach means how the code is going to follow up some approach. This C uses the top-down approach. But the C++ and Java uses the bottom-up approach. And while we execute or while we run any program of C and C++, and what types of files it is generating means C will generate the .exe file. C++ will also generate the .exe files. While we run any C and C++ programs, it will generate the back system understandable files. It will going to generate that. Those are of type .exe. Okay, but this Java will generate the .class files. Okay, preprocessor directives means preprocessor directive means what? It is having some group of classes and objects or predefined keywords or methods will be there. Means I can say the system defined things will be included in this preprocessor directives. So what are the preprocessor directives supported by this languages means header files will be supported in C and C++. Like in C, we'll use the hash include hash defined. And in C++, we'll use the hash header hash defined. But in Java, we use the packages. We'll use packages to define any preprocessor directories. Like we use the import keyword to import the packages and keywords. Normally, you all know, right? Some system defined, predefined keywords will be there in any programming language. So in C, we are having the 32 keywords. In C++, we are having the 63. And in Java, we are having the 50 defined keywords. Okay. And next, the data types. You all know, right? Data types like union and structure, which it is defined in C, right? So that will be supported in only C and C++. This union and structure will not be defined in the and not supported in Java. Inheritance concept is supported only when when the OOPS concept is supported by the language. You all know at the top level only, right? Only C++ and Java supports the OOPS, not the C. So inheritance doesn't support in C language. It is supported in C++ and Java. But again, one more thing, like one concept here called multiple inheritance will also be there. That is not supported by Java. That will be supported only in the C++. Okay. And next, overloading. I already told you, right, yesterday, what is meant by method overloading. So there are some other overloadings also. So, but this overloading concept is also in OOPS concept. C doesn't support that. So there is no concept called overloading supported in C. But function overloading will be supported in C++. Operating overloading is not supported in Java, but it will be supported in the C++. Okay. Pointers. Pointers means you all know, right? It is the address of any variable. So that is supported only in the C and C++. Java doesn't support any pointers. Remember this point. It is a very important question in interview. So does Java support the pointers concept? We should say very surely that it doesn't support the pointers concept. Okay. Allocation means the memory allocation will be taken care by the garbage collector in Java. I already told you, right? Memory allocation concept doesn't take by the programmer. It automatically done by the garbage collector in Java. But when it comes to this other programming language, they use some methods for this memory allocation. Like in C, it uses the malloc and calloc methods. In C++, we use the new and delete methods. Okay. And exception handling. Exception means what? First thing, exception means a runtime error. Means we'll have the compile time and runtime, right? If you compile the code, will get some errors that can be rectified before the runtime. While the program is running and it gets some error, that should be handled by some exception. So an exception is an error that occurred at the runtime. Okay, and it should be handled with a try, throw and catch block. Okay, that exceptions handling is not supported in this C concept, but this C++ and Java support this exception handling, and templates also supported only in C++ and Java. C doesn't support the templates concept. Destructors. If any language supports the constructor, then only destructors will be there, right? So no constructors, neither destructors in C. But Java supports only constructors. Destructors doesn't support by Java. C++ supports the both constructors and destructors. Okay. Multi-threading or interfaces. This is the concept which is supported only in Java. C and C++ doesn't support this multi-threading or interfaces. Okay. Database connectivity. I already told you, right? To develop the J2EE applications, we'll use the database connectivity and everything. So it only supports in the Java. C and C++ doesn't support this database connectivity. Storage classes. Storage classes is supported by the C and C++ because storage allocation or memory allocation taken care by garbage collector in Java, so it doesn't support. So what are the supported storage classes in C? Auto and extend. In C++, auto and extend. These are the metrics which we can distinguish between these three programming languages. Now, are you clear about this? What are the metrics and how? Any in-depth everything we'll discuss in the next classes. Like what is this inheritance, overloading, everything. Okay. Now, the next is the history. The history of Java. The history of this Java is very interesting actually. Okay. Like Java was originally designed for interactive television. Interactive television means what? Now you all know, right? We are using the set-top boxes. So through with this satellite communication, we are able to watch any movies and everything in our television. So this Java was originally designed for this interactive television. But at that time, it was too advanced technology for this digital cable television industry at that time. Because see, it was 1990s, it was like a very advanced technology uh, to have this digital cable television. So the history of Java starts with the green team. Green team means what? Actually, there was a team, the Java team members are there. For them, they used to call it as the green team. The name of the team is the green team. So currently Java is used in internet programming, mobile devices, games, and e-business solution, etc. In all these sectors, we are using this Java. Earlier, it was designed for interactive television, but now we are using in these many sectors. Okay. And this James Gosling, Mike Sheridan, and Patrick Norton initiated the Java language project. These three guys used to call it as Green Team. And these three guys has initiated this Java language project in June 1991. The small team of Sun engineers called Green Team. I told you, right? These three teams used to call it as Green Team. And this is they were working in Sun engineers, means Sun Microsystems. Now it has been acquired by the Oracle. Okay. So initially developed by James Gosling at Sun Microsystem. Okay. And it's released in 1995. In 1995, the Time magazine called Java one of the 10 best products of 1995. See, at that time itself, it was used to call it as the 10 best products. Among that, it was the one. Okay. And JDK 1.0 was released on Jan 23rd, 1996. When it was released? Jan 23rd, 1996. After the first release of Java, there have been many additional features added to that language. Yes, sir. So many additional features has been added after that first release. Okay, this is the history of Java. Now, what are the features of Java? I already explained you in the yesterday session regarding these features, but let me explain you again about this. There are 12 features of Java. The complete features of Java are 12 features. What are those? Object oriented. This Java is completely depend on the object and classes. And the second one is a Java is a very simple language. And the built-in security feature is the very good feature of Java. Because of this, it is highly populated. And next, platform independent. I told you, right, if the dot class file can be transferred from one system to another system. So it is platform independent. And because of this memory management taken care by Java, it is a very robust programming language, means strong programming language. Portable. Portable means you can able to move from one system to another system. Architecture neutral. The architecture of Java is neutral, means it's not change the architecture of that. Dynamic. We can able to upgrade the features of Java. You can able to modify, we can able to change that. Interpreted, the language, this language is an interpreted language, means it will execute the code line by line. It will execute the code line by line. High performance. The performance is very high in Java. The performance is the very high in Java because of this classes and objects. Okay, because if you call the class with the help of object, so it is a very easy, like for which class we have to call based on that object. Okay, multi-threaded concept is a also a very good feature, so that no need to give the separate space or memory to the each thread. And distributed, that we can able to distribute a single resource with the multiple threads. That is the feature of this distribution. These are the main features of this Java. These are the main 12 features of Java. Okay. Next, Java program. Just we'll have just 2 minutes of break. I'll have some water and come back. Okay. Now, is everyone Okay. Now, we'll discuss about this Java programming format. Programming format, I told you that every programming language will have its own programming format. Means like how we have to write the code. What's the first level? First we have to write. What's the second line we have to write? What's the which sections are included in that Java program? That we are going to discuss it now. So the first section will be the documentation section. For the first section, documentation. I'll explain you the each section. Okay, first we'll just briefly give you idea about this, what all the sections included. First will be the documentation. After that, the package statement means will include any, if you want to create any package, we'll write here. After that, we'll import that package here in the import statement. After that, if you want to create any interface, then we'll create any interfaces in this interface statement. After that, we'll write the class definition, means we'll create the class at this level. After that, we'll write the main method. Okay. This is the Java programming format. The first section will be the documentation section. The documentation section is an important section but optional for Java program. Means it is not like mandatory to write the documentation section, but it is important because it gives some basic information about the Java program. It gives the basic information. Means I'll tell you one example for this. For example, I'm working in this company since like 3 years or 4 years, you can think. Okay. And now today is my last working day. I'm going to come out of this company. I'm going to join the new company. So I have done some work, coding and everything in my current project. And now suddenly I'm leaving. So definitely my place will be fulfilled by other person. So the other guy will come in place of me and he need to start writing the code till where I have stopped. So though the KT has been given and everything, he don't have much idea and he will have some confusion that from where I need to start that code, what she has written and everything. So while writing the code, if I do the comments, means if I do the documentation, means like if I do the comments on my code, like by using this double slash or slash hash or slash close. This is the starting and ending. If I do that and if I write some lines of statement, means I have declared this, I have initiated this class to do this functionality on for this bug on Thursday, May 20, like this. If I can give clear idea about that class, that why I have created this class and for which bug we are using this class, means we need to have some idea, right, to implement which bug they have created this class and everything. So to give some idea about the code where he need to start, we will define some basic information with the help of this documentation section. So it includes the author's name, means Syed Kausar Jahan. I can include in the documentation, and the date of creation means when I created the class and the which version and the program name, company name, description, everything we can able to give in that documentation section. If the compiler won't run the code which we have written in the documentation in the double slash, if you write any line of any number of lines of statements in this double slash or slash star and some lines of code and then hash and then slash, then the lines of code will not execute by the compiler. Okay. And what's the need of this documentation section? It improves the readability of the program. So it improves readability, right? Now you see, if the guy who came in place of me, now by seeing the code that yeah, she created this class for this bug, and he'll open that bug and he will see all the requirements. Now he gets some idea, okay, for this purpose, we need to create this class, and now I will continue that class. Like that, he'll having some readability on that code, right? And we use this single line in order to write the single line comment. We use this double slash. For multi-line comment, we use this hash, slash and star, and everything will write in this and close that. Okay. And for the documentation comment means what? In order to give any document link, means I have referred to this document. So if you want, you can please refer to this document. Like this, if I want to write and add the documentation link, then for that we have to use this one. Okay. These are the types of comments which we can include in any Java program. It is not mandatory to write the documentation, but it is for user friendly. If you write that, it is very good way of coding. Okay, this is about the first section called documentation section. Now, the second statement that is called package declaration. The second will be the package declaration. The package declaration is an optional. This is also not mandatory to create any package. Okay, it is placed just after the documentation section. After the documentation section, you are going to define this package declaration. And how we are going to declare this package means with the help of the package name. We need to declare the package with the package name. And there should be only one package statement in the Java program. Means if you start writing the Java program, then we can have only the one package statement. Multiple package statements cannot allowed in any Java program. Okay. And it must be defined before any class and interface declaration. Before defining the class and interface, we have to define this package statement. So that what does it means? The classes and interfaces that are declaring after this package statement will belongs to that package. Okay. And it is necessary because a Java class can be placed in different packages and directories based on the module they are used. So for all these classes, package belong to single parent directory. So to create the package, we have to use the keyword called package. Package, this is the one, and then this is the package name. Okay. Here, this is the package name, and this is the package. This is only one single directory. If you want to give the root directory also for this, then com.java.t point. Okay. This is the root directory for this Java.t point. We can able to declare the package like this also. Okay. These are the ways how we can declare any package, and this is an optional. It is not a mandatory to declare any package. Okay. Now, the next statement will be the import statement. Import statement means what? We are normally we will define the package, right? In packages, we are having the classes and interface and everything. So, if I want to use the classes of that particular package, how we can use with the help of this import statement. If you write the import statement only, we can able to use the classes and interfaces of that package. Okay. The package contains the many predefined classes and interfaces. So if you want to use that class of particular package, we need to import that class. So the import statement represent the class stored in the other package. Means if you are writing the import statements, means what does it mean? I'm using the class of that other package. Okay. So for that, we have to use the import keyword. To import any class, we have to use the import keyword, and it is written just before the class declaration and after the package statement. So before the class declaration only, we have to write the import statement, and it should be after the package only, not the before the package. Okay. And we can use the import statement in two ways. Either import a specific class or import all classes of the particular package. Means like if I want only one class of the, I told you right, many classes will be there in package. If I want only the some class in that package, then I can use only that, I can import only. This is, if see here, java.util.scanner. So this is a scanner class. Means I am importing only the scanner class here. See java. This is the package. In that this class I am going to import. No, if I don't know, like I can use if I'm not sure that which classes I can use in that package. I may require multiple classes of that package. Then just directly we can import this import java.util.star. This star will do, it will import all the classes of that java.util package. What it will do? It will import all the classes of this java.util package. So in how many ways we can import the class? In two ways. Either importing a specific class or importing all classes of that particular package. Okay. These are the two ways how we can import the classes. So now we have discussed about these three statements. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about these interfaces and class and main and everything. Okay. Now I'll discuss a bit about the method overloading and method overriding. Okay. First, method overloading and overriding will come under the polymorphism. Okay. Method overloading will also be known as static polymorphism. Method overriding will be known as dynamic polymorphism. Okay. Method overloading means what? In a class, we are having the two methods. Okay, for example, we are having the class example and we are having the method called sum. There are two methods with the same name, sum. But the arguments which we are passing, right, for that sum method, like for the first method, we are passing the only two arguments. For the second method, we are passing the three arguments. Means, what does it mean? Method overloading means we can have the same method name with different number of arguments or different type of arguments. Those methods should be in the same class. That is called method overloading. Okay. Method overriding. Method overriding means what? We can have the same method name with the same signature. Means either the same number of arguments or same type of arguments. But the classes should have the dependency. Means the second class should be the child class of the parent class. Then only we can call this is as a method overriding. Those two methods cannot be in the same class. Those two methods should be in the other classes, but the classes should have the dependency. That is called method overriding. Okay. Am I clear? Ryan, is it clear now? Yes, thank you. Anyone having any questions?